They're chefs who typically call the shots.
They have that drive and that energy.
But today, we've got our hands on the chef's hat.
We have a menu theme and a protein on cards in this hat, and that will determine what each team is going to prepare.
I was a little surprised because I got Global Vegetarian, and we are the brand that has the meats.
Welcome back to our menu challenge at Johnson & Wales University involving our MenuMasters of 2023. These award-winning chefs are the top menu innovators in the restaurant industry. They've traveled from across the country to collaborate on a menu that pushes all boundaries and under strict time constraints.
Unless there is a literal fire, we can probably figure everything out.
And if it all fails, make everything super spicy. So at the worst, people say, that was very spicy.
The fun is just getting started. Let's check in with Nation's Restaurant News' editorial director, Sam Oakes, who's with the chefs now.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us here in Providence on the Johnson & Wales campus for our MenuMasters collaboration event. You guys are going to work with all of your fellow winners to design the menu for the MenuMasters celebration.
The MenuMasters celebration is an annual award show honoring the year's top menu items and the chefs behind their creation. Chefs from across the country, including this year's honorees Lydia Bastianich and Eric Williams, will be in attendance, ready to enjoy the extraordinary dishes that the chefs create here in Providence.
So we want it to be really, really impactful, so there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, not tempting at all.
So, without further ado. Does this make you guys nervous? No, we're chefs.
Our teams are set. Here's what they look like.
It's sort of an Iron Chef feeling that the moment that the unveiling comes and you know that you have poultry, your creative juices start to flow.
We had street food, which is awesome. So you have to kind of play to that, what somebody considers in their own country, their comfort food.
And that's what makes this exercise so interesting, as we dive into the cultural and historical trends that shape what we eat. Just think about the menu items we see today, many that reflect a market driven by delivery.
A bit of how you think about building a menu item has been a little bit different. You know, when the pandemic hit, I think people went to comfort foods and they went like cooking at home and staying at home. And then the third party really came on big time, like DoorDash and all that, Uber Eats and all those things. And so we had to shift a little bit to the way we did our food. You know, the way it carries and the packaging and security and all those things.
All right, guys, the chefs are now collaborating on their menu innovations under strict time constraints. They have less than an hour left. Let's go see how they're doing.
So we are looking at some sort of like Indian style dumpling, so marrying Asian and Indian together. Like global fusion is really popular going on in the industry right now, and that's kind of what we're playing with, is taking two items that are not normally paired together, and we're going to try to bring them together and make them really impactful and really good.
Are you stressed at all?
Maybe a little.
You don't look it, yeah. We got pros on our hands here.
But we are hungry. That's why we're coming up with so many great ideas.
Now, as we watch our chefs race against the clock, you can't help but wonder, how long does it typically take to assemble a menu?
It's months in the making, because when you think at the scale that they're innovating for, they have to make sure that the ingredients will be available for the scale that they're working at. They have to make sure that they have the labor in the back of every restaurant that can execute on the dishes that they're making. But what they do have here that they don't have is no guardrails.
We're doing a charred pineapple gastrique. We're doing avocado mousse.
Is that something you're really comfortable making?
Yeah. We're folding in some tequila into our dish.
We're playing with oysters and crawfish and shrimp, and now we have other crazy ideas.
I think it's actually about time now to wrap things up. So hey everybody, we're gonna wrap things up. That is officially the end of our collaboration time.
So the menu collaboration process just wrapped. Here to give us an inside scoop of what we just saw is editorial director Sam Oakes with Nation's Restaurant News. Hey Sam.
Hey Diana.
So how'd it go in there?
It was great. I mean, it's been an exciting day for sure, from pulling the names out of the hat to see what the pairings were going to be, to seeing the cogs start to turn for some of these chefs to come up with the dishes they are going to make. This collaboration process between the chefs is exciting. These chefs are working together really well. We're seeing the dishes come together over time. It's an exciting process, and of course these dishes look incredible, and so no doubt that these chefs have come up with some really exciting things.
Well, I can't wait to see what they cook up. Stay tuned for our next video when we turn up the heat.